Bienvenidos a Español 118. So I want to welcome you to Spanish 118. Okay, this is a beginner's Spanish class, very basic Spanish for healthcare. Okay, so you should be starting off here in the Welcome and Start Here tab. That should be the first screen, and this is what you should see. Now, I am going to show you my setup for Blackboard and how you can maneuver around Blackboard. Okay, so to the left side you have all the different tabs. We have our Welcome and Start Here button, which should always appear first when you come into Blackboard. Introducción de la profesora, and so here you will have all of my information, which is also on the syllabus, along with a welcome introductory video. Any announcements will be found here, as well as being sent to you via email. Información y documentos del curso. So in this tab, this is where you're going to be able to find general information about the course. You'll find the syllabus. You'll see videos from past coordinators and current coordinators. You'll get the course outline, information that will pertain to the entire course. Then next, you'll have specific information talking about the language contact presentation information. And then we have our contenido. So we go by weeks. We have Semana 1, Semana 2, Semana 3, Semana 4, Semana 5, Semana 6. Okay? And I know you're seeing a different version. Here, this is the instructor version, so there are some things on here that will not be seen. For example, this little mark here tells me that it is hidden from you. Okay, so the first thing when you come in here, you should be now watching the video, which I will post here. Okay. And then you will also read the information here, but before you begin number 1, keep scrolling down. And here is a video that has an introduction into the My Spanish Lab. Now in this course, you are going to be working with the textbook Salud and an online platform called My Spanish Lab. And it is there in which you will be able to find all your workbook assignments as well as an ebook. Okay. So I definitely encourage you to look through there, and right here, I will replace this old document with the new document. I apologize. Okay, it will read 173. Okay, and this is getting started with My Spanish Lab. Okay, and so I will get that ready for you in just a moment. Okay, I took a timeout and I replaced that, so now you see it says 173. So this will have the correct code, which you will need to enter into the My Spanish Lab. Okay? And it has the additional instructions. Once you have read that, created an account in My Spanish Lab, if you do not already have a Pearson account, then you will go to watching the video and then click on the tab to the left called Semana 1. Okay? So if I scroll back up, I'll go to my contenido, and I'll go to Semana 1. Now most weeks are organized in a very similar fashion. Okay, week 1 is slightly different because there is this presentation mode within week 1. So if I click on week 1, I see here I will put up a new video, okay, that will go through everything that you need to do in week 1. Okay. That is followed by the objetivos y metas, so your objectives and goals for the week, and what you're going to do to fulfill those. Okay, and so the Vista General video, which gives you the overview for the week, will go into this in more detail. And then the Semana 1 Lista de Tareas, here is your specific to-do list. Okay, and you will have in a couple of different places where you will have a link here to the Semana 1 Plan, and you will also have up above a link to the Semana Uno plan. Okay? And each week, it will say Semana 2, lista de tareas. Semana 3, lista de tareas. And so it follows in a similar fashion. Now here's where number 1, week 1 is different because we have a presentación de la clase. And again, in the Vista General, I'll go over that. Then you usually have your vocabulary quizzes, if there are any that week, and we do have one in Semana Uno. Okay. Then it's followed by different activities. Now, 8 times during the semester, 4 times before the midterm, 4 times after the midterm, will have these online oral dialogues in which you will be placed with partners. Okay, so what you will do is you'll click on the dialogue and you'll read the instructions, and you and your partner will arrange a time virtually to meet and record those dialogues. The last thing in each week is a recursos, and recursos will give you some sites or PowerPoints to help explain different grammatical explanations. Okay, and so we'll see if I click on Semana 2, you will have that same thing. Okay? You'll have your Vista General, Semana 2. You'll have your Los Objetivos y Metas. Then you have your Lista de Tareas. And here, you'll start off with the diálogos, your dialogues. And then, although this will not be due until later, you can begin working on your language and cultural contact presentation. Okay? In the second week, since week 3 we have our midterm oral exams, the second week explains the sign up for the midterm oral exam, and then again it'll end with recursos. Okay, so there is a folder down below with Terminología Médica, and you will have links to all of these different, you'll have links within the semanas to each of these at the appropriate times. And then we have Foro de Discusiones. This is our discussion board. Okay? And here you'll see that you'll have a presentación personal due May 18th by 11:59, and the instructions. Okay? And you will see that in the Semana Uno folder. Okay, some course tools. We have the Conversaciones del Pasillo, the hallway conversations. We have email. Okay, so if you click on the email, this allows you to email everybody in the class. It allows you to email just the instructors in the class, or just the students in the class, or single select users. And when we have single select users, that's when we can click on somebody's name and bring it over, and then I am emailing that person. Okay? And then I can type my message right in here. So I'm going to cancel that out, so we do not need to do that. Okay, Google Appointment Calendar. This is not so necessary for here, except for the oral exams, because I do not have a set office hour schedule. I do prefer that you would contact me and via email or by phone. Okay, because this is an online course, I will not always be working in my office, so I do encourage you to contact via email, and then we can set up a time on when to meet. Okay. All meetings are held in my virtual office, so you have the link there. I use Adobe Connect. And just a note that when using the Google Calendar, you want to make sure that the Google Calendar is set to the appropriate time zone where you are currently working or living. Okay, so if you live in Phoenix, you want to make sure your calendar is set to Arizona time. If you're in New York City, it's set to Eastern time. And there is a link here to help you set that up. Okay. Okay, then we have herramientas, which are tools. Okay, and so here, a bunch of different tools that you can use, calendars, etc. Another place where you can send email. Okay. And then we have my grades. Okay. So it will show me what my grades will look like and what I have, what has been graded, what has not been graded. Okay. And then there's technology, information, and help. Okay, so here it's kind of a flow chart to help you along. Here's how to use Google Hangouts on Air, although it has changed slightly, so this may or may not help you very much. I definitely recommend using Screencast-O-Matic. Okay. So I will try to go in and change those. Okay. And so those are the information tabs that you have. Okay. So buena suerte, and I look forward to a great semester. So the next thing you want to do after watching this will be to click on Semana Uno and get started with the week. Buena suerte.